Yeah. Marib and Shabwa, the desert knows the sound. The wealth sleeps deep beneath the ground. 6 weeks now since the ink went wet. Rebel rounds, a deliberate etch. The militia backed by Tehran struck the armed forces at their post. 2 provinces rich with gas and oil, the only thing these wars want most. They called it a truce, 18 months of quiet, but it was only quiet. The rust never stopped growing, the bed was never made. On the old war tapered in 2022, the guns went lowercase quiet. But the killing never died entire. Somebody kept it patient, somebody kept it warm inside a room with unbroken glass. It's a loaded silence with no back. The calm was never built, it was agreed to for one moment in a hotel room. A country starved for all the things that silence is destroyed. A pause ain't peace, it's the war having the smoke. You can't sign a check with no funds behind the check to make it float. A house with no foundation comes down when the storm rolls through. A pause is not a promise when the peace was never sown. And the ones who pay are the ones who never signed a thing. Civilians in the crosshairs, again, always again. Yeah, the pattern is the story. I've read this page before. In hostile incursions and a regrettable escalation that opens a new door. But the real question isn't who sparked the latest crack. It's what was built in the months before the ceasefire started cracking. 18 months of a lull, and the grind it stayed the same. No unified army, no resource sharing, no state naming its shame. The Houthi flag kept rising over government ground, while the government's letters mailed to envoys' rooms unsound. This is not new war, it's the first one waking from its sleep. The embers always know a drought doesn't spill the quiet. You don't build a foundation with a statement and a pen. You need concrete steel, a reason for the calm to begin. A pause ain't peace, it's the war holding its breath. You can sign the page, call the camera, shake the hands. The foundation was never poured, so the structure falls. And the ones who pay are the ones who never signed a thing. Civilians in the crosshairs again, always again. Outside the wire, there are lives a headline can't deliver. Someone's mother counts the minutes in a stand-alone frame. The water lines are dry, her children watch the morning between the air. And she knows the smell of used milk and the grief of a grave turn. The foreign envoy speaks good documents, but the text that lands eyes the dust on the road from tires. The geography it commands, that's the only mathematics that matters. Stillness is not peace. A paused war is a war waiting on a better day. You can move the guns for a season, but if the foundation never was, the storm always finds its way back into the frame. A pause isn't a peace, it's the war catching its breath. You can signal the paper, turn your back, call a tent. Still a house with no foundation will always come down. The quiet was only framed, not built, not wired. And the ones who pay are the ones who never signed a thing. Civilians in the crosshairs, again, always again. The pattern is the story. The embers always know. The pause is not a promise when the peace was never. Look for the geometry underneath the headline. Full frame on the frequency. Z-Man, the blueprint. We break the news. We break the silence around it.